Hey everyone, today I'll be reviewing an experiment that I did. I tried to make a bionicle dinosaur, specifically a raptor, but it didn't really work exactly how I wanted it to. It looks a little bit more mechanical than I wanted it to, and also the head shaping isn't really what an actual raptor looked like, or at least what the bones look like. Unfortunately, I didn't get the result I wanted from this mock. It doesn't really look at all like a raptor. It kind of just looks like a blend of a lot of different dinosaurs. But still, it is a pretty interesting mock to look at. It does have a few good designs in it, and it's not a complete waste of time. It did give me some needed experience. This mock is very movable, which means it's also very posable. It gets most of its articulation from this center ball joint right there. And each of the limbs by themselves have a good range of posability just because there aren't any big armor plates sticking off to restrict their movement. The head is also very movable, and I did something interesting. Usually I lock the top jaw in place, but I added another ball joint to connect the top jaw so it can go side to side and a little bit up and down. Usually the bottom jaw is the only thing that is movable on my MOCs, and so that's a big improvement. The mouth has a lot more movability. As for the arms, they're not very interesting. They're kind of just blocky around the forearms, and the bicep and the whole upper arm area is really not anything special at all. I just put gears to cover the space. This mock, once I got far into it, I realized it wasn't going to be anything special, so I kind of gave up around the time I was designing the arms, which I believe were the next to last thing. I think the tail was the very last thing I put on. That's why it's just a few CCBS pieces with armor plates on them. It's really not an interesting tail. The most interesting part of this design is definitely the head. I think that is definitely the coolest part of this mock. The legs are also nothing special, just kind of a simple three-jointed leg design. It will extend all the way. It kind of looks silly that way, though. It'd be a lot taller if all three joints were extended, but also it'd be way less stable. And this mock already is not stable anyway. It's actually kind of a pain trying to pose it because its head is very heavy, and so it's not really that stable of a mock. I really should have made the feet a lot bigger so it could support more of the weight. So this mock has a lot of failures, but a few parts of it actually did turn out, and I think some of it looks good. And if I ever go back and make another mock like this, I think I'll go back and look at this design and improve upon my mistakes. And one last thing, here he is up to a 10-inch mock. That's just so you can see about how tall he is. He's probably a little over 6.5, maybe 7 inches tall. I don't know, it's hard to tell without an actual ruler right by him. As always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos.